Welcome students, my name is Sanjay Mutreja. I will be taking 11th class accounts for you. We are going to begin chapter number 1, that is Introduction to Accounting. What is accounting? Accounting in the old days used to be merely recording of the transactions. That is, accountant was only for recording the things. But nowadays we are providing information on decision making to various users like management and shareholders and the owners, etc. Nowadays new exciting areas of accounting are also coming in, like forensic accounting. This is related to computer hacking, theft and cards, that is internet payments. And a new line, e-commerce, is also coming into the picture, that is web based payment. And a very important line, environmental accounting, which creates effect about environment and accounting relationship, that is also coming into the picture nowadays. And there are many other areas like financial planning, etc. Now accounting is serving as an information system which is giving economic information to various users. Like you can see in this picture, the accountants are calculating and they are also giving economic information to various users. Now let us come to the definition of accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is an art of what? Recording, classifying and summarizing. Please note there are three things: recording, classifying and summarizing. Transaction and events which are of financial character, at least in part, which means non-financial transactions will not be taken into consideration while recording accounts in a very significant manner. For what purpose? To analyze, interpret and communicate the information to the users. So please note line by line that what is accounting? Accounting is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing, which transactions and events which are of financial character in a significant manner. For what purpose? To analyze, interpret and communicate the information to the users. And there are many users, as you can see in this chart: financial lenders, owners, shareholders, employees and all those persons who want the information for decision making are our users. Now let us see how the accounting started. There was Babylonia civilization and Egypt in 4000 BC. BC means before Christ period, when the first point of accounting started. And then Greece and Romans recorded receipt and payment in the year 700 BC to 400 AD. That means 700 before Christ and 400 after the death of Christ. When accounting started in India 23 centuries ago, in the Chandragupta kingdom, had a minister Kautilya. He wrote Arthashastra. Arthashastra means accounting, how to do accounting. And double accounting system was introduced for the first time by Luca Pacioli. He was the father of double accounting system, who started debit and credit. He used the word debit and credit for the first time. He told us all entries will have two effects, one debit and one credit. And after we do debit and credit, then we have to balance it and see what is the net effect, whether it is debit or credit. As you can see in this chart, debit, credit, and then we have to balance it to get the net balance whether it is debit or credit, and then we have to take it to the trial balance, which will come in the later chapters. Now, what is the nature of accounting? To understand the exact nature, we must know the following four aspects. First point, economic events. In accounts, only transactions which are measurable in monetary terms are recorded. It may be internal or it may be external. Internal means related to the organization, and external means external people related to the organization. So, all those things which we can measure in monetary terms are identified as economic events to be recorded in accounts, right. So, how do we do that? Then we identify those transactions, measure those transactions, and then record those transactions and communicate the effect to those people. Now, let us see one by one what do we mean by these four terms. Identification means we have to see that only and only financial transactions are recorded. Suppose there is a very good employee who is going to give benefit to the organization, but we cannot record it because we cannot express it in financial way, right. So, only financial transaction has to be identified. Then we have to measure these transactions. Transactions can be measured in money terms only, because in accounts we record in rupees, not in quantity, not in kilograms, only in rupees we record. Then recording should be done in chronological order. Chronological order means date wise, sequence wise, and then we have to communicate this information to the users. But please remember, right information to the right person at the right time, because if you give the information to a wrong person or at a wrong time, it is of no use, it is a waste. So, communication should be very good, only then proper decisions can be taken, right. Third point, organization. We have to see whether this organization is profit making, non-profit making, whether it is a company or a sole proprietorship or a partnership, the size is big or small, because on all these things depend how we are going to do accounting. If it is a profit making organization, so our main objective will be to earn profit, but if it is non-profit making organization, our main aim is not to make profit, but to do something social. Company form of organization have different rules, like you must be knowing. Now, there is a Company Act 2013. Now, companies has to follow that, whereas in case of sole proprietorship and partnership, we can just relax with the old rules, but not in case of company, where it is a legal obligation to go as per the schedules prescribed by them or the relevant provisions of the accounts prescribed by them. And now, again, if the company is big, there are other type of accounting, and if it is small, then you can go with, you can look over some things, but in big companies you have to follow everything to the point, right. And then there can be interested users, which can be internal or external. As you can see in the chart, accounting is also a source of information. How does it has a source? Because accounting begins with identification of the transaction and ends with the preparation of financial statement, and in between what happens? We have identified the transaction, and then we have recorded in the journal, then we make ledger, then we make final accounts, and in the end the final product is ready for communication. So, we start with identification and end with financial statements, that is trading account, P&L account, and balance sheet and cash flow. And now, a new thing has been added with Company Act, that is notes to the account also. They also form part of accounting. Accounting information should provide for information for decision making to the management, owners and other people, and it should also give information for predicting the future also. Like what we are doing today will have an impact on the future also. So, if we are giving right information, then we can predict correct future also. It should also give information for judging the management effectiveness to utilize the resources given to the enterprise. Like we have to see whatever resources are given to the management are being utilized effectively or not. That is, man, material, machine and money are being utilized properly, so that there is no wastage and you get the maximum profit. It should also give information on activities affecting the society. Now, how our business is affecting the society is, if we are using some infrastructure or are we polluting the environment, we must look for these things. We must not deprive the coming generation because of our activities. So, we must do something for society, and I hope you know there was a point in this Company Act 2013 about corporate social responsibility, where business organizations have to spend 2% of their money on corporate social responsibilities. That is, they have to do something for the society also. You are taking so many things, so you have to give back to the society also, right? And accounting information should also provide for factual information. Factual means based on real facts and not cooked up stories. So, we must give factual information, right. Now, let us see what are types of accounting. There are 5 types of accounting. First, financial accounting, that is systematic recording of financial transactions, which we are doing. This accounts which you are doing is financial accounting, where do you record financial entries only. In second point, cost accounting, we calculate cost of a product, correct cost of a product, so that we can add little bit of profit in that and decide about the selling price to be charged from the customer. If you do not know the real cost, how will you decide the selling price? Third point, management accounting, decision making, planning and for controlling the business, you need information. So, our accounting must provide the data so that our management can take good decisions, right. Next is social responsibility accounting, that is what we are doing for society. As I have explained just now, that CSR, corporate social responsibility point in Company Act, right. And the last is human resource accounting, the people who are involved with the organization, what the organization is doing to develop their capabilities. The manpower capabilities should be developed, so that we can have overall growth for everybody. If our people will be good, they will deliver good and we will get good things. If the manpower which is working in the organization is not capable, they will not be able to deliver very good results, and which in fact will affect the overall growth. As you can see in this chart, corporate social responsibility and what we are doing for people, what we are doing for the planet, how the benefits are again given back to the people and the planet, and so on, right. Now, what are the qualitative characteristic of accounting? Qualitative characteristic means what qualities should accounts have. First point, it should be relevant. Relevant means all the information given should be to the point, related to the things. No बेकार की बातें, only relevant things, right. Second point, reliability. Reliability means Vishwasniyata. If your records are reliable, only then people will take decisions based on them. If the person knows that you are not providing reliable records, he is not going to rely on you and your records. It is all waste. Then next is understandability. Our account should be such that we are able to understand them and the other persons are also able to understand them in a very meaningful manner, and then they should be comparable. Comparable means 1 year result should be able to be compared with the other year, or our result should be able to be compared with the new organization also, other organization also, so that if we compare the results, we can reach to a conclusion. If we are not able to compare, what will we do of those accounts? It is a waste. So, what we have learned today is the definition of accounting, its meaning, and when it was introduced in India, Chandragupta period, Kautilya, Arthashastra, what are the types of accounting, social responsibility, etc., and the new forensic areas, etc. Next time we will be doing objectives of accounting and other definitions in this chapter. Till then, bye. Thank you.